Lonzo Ball has now been included in trade talks yet again, and although I would like to see him stay with the Pelicans, unfortunately he could be packing and moving this offseason. It's just crazy how things turn so quickly. From January through March he was playing like an all-star, his best basketball of his career, and his value was at an all-time high. And now in the bubble, he had a bunch of bad games, averaged only 5 points, and now he's being deemed as a bust again, and the Pelicans may just trade him. Before we get into the video today, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification down below. Now let's get right into it. So the first team, the Knicks, they would like to trade for Lonzo. With team president Leon Rose, the latest to get a shot at reviving the franchise from the top spot in the front office, and Tom Thibodeau coming in as the new head coach, it's a new era for the Knicks yet again. They will have money to spend, but as always, it will be a matter of convincing someone of any note to take it. After falling to 8th in the draft lottery, the Knicks won't be in position to draft LaMelo Ball, Lonzo's brother, who reportedly has them as his preferred team, but the Knicks aren't even too sure if they have enough interest to trade up and get him. Cole Anthony might then be the target at number 8, then perhaps with another move to shake up the point guard mix. Dennis Smith Jr.'s fit with Thibodeau has been questionable. Entering the final year of his rookie contract, the number 9 pick in the 2017 draft is a possible trade chip. The pick before him, the same draft by the Knicks though, Frank Ntilikina, is in the same boat to Smith. If Rose and Thibodeau are of the same mind on either or both of them, a take what you can get trade or two may be coming. Kevin Knox, the 9th overall pick in the 2018 draft by the Knicks, could be on the move also if there's a deal out there. The Knicks could add their second first round pick to a trade, or maybe they would part with a future first rounder on the idea they'll be a better team quickly under Thibodeau. So I can see Kevin Knox and either Dennis Smith or Frank Ntilikina being traded in a package for Lonzo Ball and another first round pick. I don't know if this will be the best trade for Lonzo because the Knicks are such a dysfunctional franchise. I just feel like whatever they touch turns to junk, and I feel the same thing may happen to Lonzo. New York is a big market and the fans turn on you quickly, man, when you're not playing well. So if Lonzo's not playing well, they're gonna let him know. They're gonna let him know about it, and they're gonna send a message in a hard way. And that might hurt his confidence, which already seems to be weak after his bubble burst in Orlando. But hey, who knows? Maybe Lonzo could be the beginning of a new era, as he's exciting on the fast break. The lobs to Mitchell Robinson will be fun to watch. We already know his combination with Randle on the pick and roll, so maybe it won't be too bad after all. Now let's go to the Bulls. The new head of basketball operations, can't even say his name, but Arturas Karnisovas and general manager Mark Eversley will be searching a new head coach after firing Jim Boylan. Chicago has had their own disappointing young point guard in Chris Dunn. They can ultimately control him as a restricted free agent this offseason via a qualifying offer, but a sign and trade can be done if Dunn does not sign an offer sheet with another team. Maybe the new regime of staff lets him go, but the situation could be more complex if a more player-friendly coach comes in. If Dunn does get traded, New Orleans can pick him up in exchange for Lonzo and a couple more picks and players on both sides of the deal. Lonzo can definitely bring out the best in Zach LaVine and Lauri Markkanen, as he is the perfect floor general and can give these guys the respected touches they need in the offense and find them in their spots. I know Lauri Markkanen's unhappy with his role in the team, but a point guard like Lonzo can really help his morale and share the rock more with him. I can see Lauri and Lonzo running a lot of pick and pops, pick and rolls. I can see a 1-4 punch, etc. Yeah, so the Bulls are definitely a team who could trade for Lonzo, as he's a point guard who fits the direction the franchise wants to go into. Lastly, the Pistons. There are these ideas that the Pistons would like to pair both the Ball Bros in the NBA, but since they ended up getting the 7th pick in the draft, it would kind of be hard to see them get LaMelo because it's highly unlikely he'll fall that low, and they don't really have the assets to trade up for him. Lonzo, on the other hand, is still very much attainable via trade, so I can see the Pistons going after him if they can't get LaMelo. Or the other option for the Pistons would be to draft a lower tier guard in the draft such as RJ Hampton, Killian Hayes, etc. But I find it very hard to see any guard in this draft being currently better than a 4th-year young Lonzo Ball. In terms of the actual trade, I can see the Pistons giving up D Rose or maybe a few picks for Lonzo Ball. I know Detroit have interest in him, and the Pistons is definitely a place where Lonzo can have the ball in his hands and thrive. Right now, the Pistons are in a rebuilding state and they desperately need a point guard, so I think they can risk it and try to trade for Lonzo. I mean, what can go wrong? Well, these are the teams I think may trade for him, and no matter where he ends up going, even if he leaves at all, I just hope he really puts in the work during the offseason because expectations are growing for him every year. And although we've seen flashes of his brilliance, we need to see more offensive consistency within his game. Well, leave a comment down below of where you think Lonzo ends up. Does he stay with the Pelicans or does he get put in the trade package? And if he does, which one of these three teams suits him the most? Anyways, it's been your boy the Shot Clock, and peace.